I'm sure it's just a hero section.
You said something about first dissecting it in your head, which I've
Yep.
already done.
Uh-huh.
But the way I'm looking at that picture,
Don't worry, share your screen. Don't worry, share your screen. Just start.
mm,
First step is to start. Once you start, the rest is history.
all right.
Once you start, everything becomes, what it is. But if you don't start, you always see it as a roadblock or a blocker. But once you start, the answers will definitely come. So you share your screen and your Webflow, and let's see how that goes. Let's see how it goes. And
All right. I'm sharing
yeah,
my screen now. Uh, Let me share this. If you can
My
see my
Webflow has opened now.
wahala.
what is wrong with you guys? Anyways, if you can see my screen, let me know.
Yeah, we can. Let's
Uh,
let's do the hero section first by
uh,
taking it. Yeah,
okay.
we can see your screen. Okay, this is your own. Okay,
Yes.
good.
I'm trying to open my Figma. Give me a minute. All right.
Okay.
Um, send the sheet. All right. This right?
Yeah, this one.
Okay. Um, I think I would have to create a new file or something, right? Yeah.
E-
But
you most likely may not be able to create a new page.
let me see. I think do I have one other? I think I
No,
have one more space.
for free.
I can just delete this one.
No,
I
no,
can just
no. You can delete that one. Yes,
uh, that
you
is
can delete.
archive. All right. I think I have client Facebook here. Okay. Oh, client.
Now the problem with this is, I would really like us to see it as another page, not like a new. Because if you want to go through this route, it will mean it will mean
a new website. You want it to
yeah,
have
being
it be
style.
inside that page.
Yeah, it will be inside of that one that you've done already. Share it. Because going through this, okay, or am I allowed to speak?
Yes. So I think what we can do is let me quickly transfer it to my workspace. I'll create additional about 3 to 5 pages within the
Okay,
document and transfer it back to your workspace.
okay,
So
okay.
that way anybody can just work on it. The reason is because of all the style guides that you've been creating. To
Yeah,
start creating them again is going to take a while.
yeah, it take a while, man. Trust
Yeah.
me.
So
Yeah.
just give me some minutes. Let me quickly do that.
Okay, cool. Nice one. Thanks. Okay, we'll do that. Then we can use that to forge ahead instead of
Oh,
doing scratch again. Because if you want to go through this route, you need to like start styling the whole thing again, and it will take us
yes.
longer time. So open this your own. Let's see. The thing is that you can't add another page on this your own. Try to add a page. Let's see.
I don't
You
think.
can't on the free account.
Yeah, you most likely can't. Okay.
Can you just add it to a section on this existing page?
That's another option. Oh, that's another angle. Oh. Okay, what you can do, you can try to build it as section.
On this page.
Yeah, page. Yeah, I think that's another way to look at it. You can try to build it as a section under the new section, or last after the block section. You just add a new div block.
Okay. I think. the way I build my own, right? Instead of repeating and putting everything, right? I kind of duplicate a section and do that.
Yeah, that's the best way to go now. Yeah, I always duplicate a
I just
section,
duplicate a
delete
section. Yes.
something that's the good stuff.
Section second kilo.
Yeah,
So that's how I work. So I just remove this one.
yeah, delete. Good.
So when you add a div to start, this is the design here, right? So I'm going to call it second. Also, I might be using shortcut because most times I do my work with shortcut. So
Yeah, no, it's okay.
like,
To see how you tackle it. So just do your style, but be explained to us.
okay, so first I'll get the wrapper for this section. And since I called it second hero section, I'll call it second hero wrapper. Please forgive my background. I'm staying close to the mosque, so that's why.
It's fine. Don't worry. Go ahead.
All right. So I called the second hero wrapper. Then how I would solve for this, right? We have two groups. A group that contains the content, that is the text content, and
Mm-hmm.
another group for the image. That's how I will solve it.
Okay.
Um, I would solve it with Flexbox, right? So because I love using Flexbox. It's actually hard using Grid. I've tried it sometimes. It's getting my work. I tried Grid here. Like if I say I should just open it like this, everything here will just scatter. So I've tried. It's not working.
So it
I
was
just
first box, Abby.
let me stick with my Flexbox. That's what I know how to use. So
No,
first,
grid sometimes needs timing. Like take your time to learn it.
yeah, I will definitely have to do it, but for
Yeah.
now, let me be doing my Flexbox because
Okay.
auto layout looks almost like Flexbox, so it's easier for me
Xbox.
to use.
Yeah. 100%.
So
100%.
I'll be putting two div blocks here. One
Okay.
would carry the image. So I'll
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, Michael.
okay.
Sorry to disturb, guys. I think you can refresh now.
Okay. That's on my
Uh,
account, Abby.
that's it's
Yeah.
on its own account.
Yes,
Okay.
on David's workspace. Yes.
Do that when Abayomi wants to present. But for now, let him. He's just building another section. I don't know if that makes sense.
Is
He's
this on his own workspace or your own workspace?
on his own workspace. He's just
Oh,
adding.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So what I did, right, inside this hero wrapper, I created two div blocks, just div block. I named them second hero content that will carry this content, and the other one I named it second hero image that will carry this image. That's how I want to build it, right? So now
Mhm.
this content, I'll be putting all my content inside.
Okay.
H1 text and the paragraph. So I will select this content, second hero content. I would insert my H1 text, right? Then while still holding down this second hero content, I would quickly insert my paragraph, right? So I'll go here. Okay, that's already an H1. So what I just need to do is copy the text, okay, to use animation or something. There is component there. So we'll do that later.
Mhm.
Um, I'll come here. I'm coming. Seems there's different size, right?
Yeah, they are separate.
I want to talk about the sizing. This is
Okay.
64. Okay, they are all same price size.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll copy this. While see here, just paste it inside. Then copy this paragraph also. Now there's an observation I usually have, right? If I check, just because I don't know, maybe because I'm a designer, that's why, right? If I hold down this, I want to check the spacing. So that the spacing are different between this and this, right?
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
means these ones are closer to this than they are to this one. So what I
Yeah.
would do in such a case is to, this is the content here, right? I'll go on this hero content that houses the text. I'll insert another div block The reason I'm inserting that div block is to, put these two tests together. So the shared equals and the shared spacing that is different from the button. So I haven't done that. I would come back to naming that later. But first, I would want to like add a button. I trust everybody's following, right?
Yeah, 100. I am. I know I am sure.
Okay. All right. So this button now, the reason for that is because I want the spacing that is inside this div block to be different from the spacing between the div block and the button. So I would name this div block second hero. Uh, let me content test, right? So now I want to do um, display flex vertically, right? Then I will specify the rule, the space, the rule, because these are just one column, two different rule. So the spacing here is 31. I'll just go to the rule here. I'll write 31 divided by 16 rem. Since we are using rem, that gives us 1.93, right? So then for this hero content that houses its the text and the button, it has its own flex bus, horizontal for direction. Then if I come, the spacing here says 51. So I'll just come to this slide. I write 51 divided by 16 range. It means we've coming. It means the spacing here now and it has changed, right? So let's go back to wrapper, our second hero wrapper that wraps everything here, both the content and the image. What I want to do, I want to add a display of flex. So it kind of stacks them horizontally. So that's what we have here. Now this is where I'm having issue, but I get it right. So if I check now, if I just use my eye to check, right, I think from here to here, if I could check, I think this serves up for about 30 or 40% of it, right? So I'll just check. For this hero content, I would give it a size, a fixed size, right? That is fixed size. No, I think I should use max
Can
width, right? Sir,
so, sorry, let me just ask a question. You see, with the you've got highlighted your second what you've got highlighted now on Webflow. Yeah, you've got that second on the flex box. You could see the gap is on the left and right. Is that how you wanted it, or you wanted it on a specific row or column?
or the gap. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, it was supposed to be. I'm coming.
it comes automatically. I know Dave
Yes,
gets
I'm
around
supposed
it,
to.
and Michael.
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure how to keep it to one side that you wanted.
Sorry, thank you. That's hero content test. So it's supposed to have just only for row and not columns. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. How I removed it, I hold down my option key and I click directly on the blue.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And same thing as this one. Thank you for that reminder, right? The hero content, I just want for row, not for column. So I'll hold down my option key, click on this blue, and it automatically removes it, right? I think that's for this here too. Okay. Um, hero wrapper. I think we've done that. So what I want to do now for this content, kind of validating which works, is a maximum width. But since we are using this, I think that should be the maximum width, right? So I'll be using 40% of it, right? So let me see, 40%. Let me scroll down. That's okay. Sorry, what happened? Um, did I do something wrong? I'm coming. Okay, okay, I'm still correct. I did not do the mistake. So this hero wrapper, right? I would want, since it's already on Flex, I would just want to like push them separately for the time being. Then I'll go and download this image. Use 1.5. I'll just save it as eco-friendly. Let's focus. All right. Now on this image, I would want to bring with image. Or choose an image. What's wrong? Downloading went wrong. Okay, I'll import it. That's because a bit too heavy. Why is it not showing? Why is the image not showing?
To show, just click on replace again. Try to drag it this time around.
That's funny. Or let me try another image.
Try something else and see.
Other images are working. Or maybe I should change.
Maybe save it again.
I already did eco-friendly. Let me say 2. Oh, wow, we just did. Okay. I guess you just did. Now, you guys will have to pardon me for sizing of that image first. For now, I'll see what I can do about that. I think, why am I having this hero content coming? First of all, let me give this button. I think you're not supposed to go if possible. Right? No. Kind of confused here. Like this button.
Okay. Why? What are you confused about?
It's not supposed to be filled. It's supposed to be like fixed. Like supposed to have the
You click on the open your navigation. You see, because you are on alignment stretch, go to alignment left or start. No, yeah, no. Alignment, no, flexbox alignment.
okay alignment.
Start the first one.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
That solves that.
Yeah.
That's it. Contractors. What's the size? 28. I don't think we have 28. Do we have? I don't think so. Initially from our design. This was 24. Okay. This was 28. But I think you took it to 24. So I guess I'll have to create my own special. Second hero. Text 28. All right, so I do this 28. Then the spacing here says 48 pixel. So I write 48 here. With that, means that I don't know the calculation. I'll just write 48 divided by 16, right? It gives me, oh, that's 3. All right. And according to this, say normal, which is 400. Okay. I think you're basically done with this other side. I think we're going to check. We're done with this. Now remains the image, which is where the work is. Um, I think I'll have to call you, Davis, on this.
Okay.
I think I'm actually confused. I don't know what I want to do on this image.
Okay. Or this image, yeah. What do you
Yes.
want to achieve?
I'm supposed to get it like this, right? I'm trying to like I don't know what idea. Maybe I should do with a negative padding or negative
Okay.
margin. I don't know.
Cool. Try to pin your navigator so that it sticks. Yeah, that one. Okay, cool. A bit. Okay. Now the first thing we need to do. This is the tricky part. This is the tricky part. Okay, good. Now we want let me see the design. Okay, good. Go back. Now, renewable solar is on one line. We need to solve that part. Right? So go to the second hero content text. Good. Go up, scroll up to the CSS, like the top. Now that sizing, try to give it a defined. Sorry, go up to the second hero content. Yeah.
I gave it
Okay.
a defined maximum width of 40%.
Okay, now set the sizing to click on that flex child. Click on it. The X, the cancel, like with no resizing. No, the one that has X. Yeah. Okay. Now put that 40% in the width, the exact width. Take away that maximum width. Okay. What else? Click the sizing. Try to click the middle one. Okay. Click on the middle one again. Because we are trying to make that solar renewable solar. So what you want to do on this image, the image is too big. Click on the image, go down a bit. No, on the image, like you see a very tiny node to the right. Just click on it and try to reduce it. Just make it to it's okay, not too much. It's okay. Now increase that 40% to like 45%, so it enlarges the entire section. Okay, good. All right. Now, what you want to do, you want to click on this second hero. This part is a little bit tricky, and if it would make sense but let me just explain my mouth. Now, for this part, you want to click on the second hero image, the div block. Now, what you want to do, the logic is pretty simple. You want to be able to make this second hero image div block. You want to be able to make it an absolute. You want to position it absolutely. So there's something known as position absolute. They have different kinds of positioning. There is static, there is relative, there is absolute, there is and there is sticky. So what we want to do, you want to make that div block absolute to the hero section, which is a section second hero. So the section second hero will now be relative. The section second hero has to be relative for that difference. Now, so go make your section second hero a relative.
Okay, not the hero wrapper. Just
No, not the hero wrapper. No.
section second
Yeah,
hero.
second hero
The position
up.
should be relative.
Good. Now that second hero image, go click on it. Now it's now absolute. Now you can now use those different position places to tap. Good. Now preview, let's see. So this is how, this is how it's going to look when you preview with Webflow preview. You try to publish and let us see the published link. And click on that arrow up. Just tap the arrow. Yeah. Open it. Okay, scroll. Let's go see that section. So this is one way. This is how best you want to go about things like that. So we have the image to the left, and so you just go and make the image bigger from your design, from your Webflow. Go and click on that node again and try to make the image bigger so it covers most part of. Scroll down, click on the image itself.
Okay.
Scroll down.
Why is it not scrolling now? Okay.
Start dragging, make it. It's okay. It's okay. Now publish it again, and let's go see it. So you can use the position absolute settings to move the image up and down as you would like, so that it aligns to how you want it, and something like this. So maybe the image is too below or is too down. Go back to your Webflow. If the image is too down, click on the div block. That's the wrapper, the div block. Yeah, second hero. Good. Now you see that 0% up and down from the top. Drag it top. No, not that one. The absolute.
Okay.
Drag it to the top. Try to align it. Maybe minus 20 or thereabout. Okay. So yeah, something like this. So that's how best you would tackle something like that. It is not confusing. It shouldn't be confusing. Yeah. It shouldn't be confusing, but that is how best you go about it. Just think and simple. So it's going to stick to the edge for life, because you told it is position absolute, and you set the right hand side to be at 0 degrees. Sorry, 0%. So we're going to stick there forever at 0%, and the top is minus 20. So it went up a bit. It went up. So that is how best, when you see a layouts like this can be confusing and can be frustrating. You might want to try different ways, but it frustrated me too. That was why I had to sit down and learn it. I tackled it. I sat down because I hate to be frustrated about things. And if I ever get frustrated, I will soon learn it to a point that it becomes very simple. So in case someone else is having that problem, I'll just say, okay, do this and do that and do this and do that. Straight to the point. Sure you get. So yeah, that was why I wanted you to build it, so that you see it yourself and you can understand how to, because you can just see a layout like this and you think it's an easy layout until you start processing the design in your head. You'll be like, this left-hand part has padding. Why this part, the image is touching the wall, there's no padding. It will not be somehow tricky. So in case of next time, that's how you go about it. Who has any question as regards to this? Who has any question? Who is confused about what we just did now? Who is confused about what we did now? If you are confused, you can raise up your hand and ask which parts you think you're confused about. But if you're not, that's great. That's really great. That's really cool. So that is nice. I think that's basically it for that section. You basically done justice to it, which is really great. So job well done. Job well done. So we'll go back to you, Abayomi. Are you free at this point to share your screen and do the needful? Job well done.
Thank you so
Fantastic.
much.
Yes, yes, yes. Nice. Abayomi.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, you're up next. You're up next. So okay, now you can mute and you share your own screen too. Let's see.
Okay, sorry, can you see my screen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Nice, nice, nice. It's great stuff you have.
Thank you. Okay, so the section I will be working on is
That one, yeah.
contact us. Okay.
Just do a breakdown for us, start to finish, what you do.
Okay, so unlike a Kenya, I won't copy and paste. I will
Yeah.
start my
Okay.
from the start itself. So I'll call this a div block, and then I'll call it section contact us. Okay, section underscore contact us. Okay, then I'll go to the settings and change it to section.
Nice, nice, nice.
Okay, I'll create a div and call it padding global, which will be inside that style. Padding global. Okay, another div. Container large. So I think from padding section. Let me give it a medium because of the size. Okay. And come here, div. Then I'll call this. Okay. Contact us components. Yes. Okay. So I see that it has a particular background color for this section, which is this. So I'll copy this particular color.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll put it in sorry, I think I need spelling mistakes. Yeah. Okay. So I'll change the color of this section to this. Awesome. So contact us confident. I can see there are two, so there's going to be. So I also prefer the flexbox. So there are going to be two flexbox. Contact us item left and contact us item right. The one that will work for the image and the one that will work for the text and buttons. Mhm. Right. And also look on that this block. Okay. Okay, so for the contactors item left, okay, that should be up. So I'll take it. Yeah, so it's left. So items in the left is, I think this is H32. So that'll be 2. I think that's H3. Okay. What text? See? Oh boy. Contact, and then a button. So I could get the button from the hero section. Oh boy. Okay. And I'll make this a flex. So the contactors component, I'll then flex it so it's left and right. Okay, so I'll give the contactors. So I think in the original design it's 2 lines. So I'll give it contactors left. I'll give it the maximum width of so I'll give it a width of I'll say maybe 40%. Okay, that's too much. 50%. Okay, and because of also the spacing between these two 40, I'll give it I'll also make the contactors section left, contactors item left. I'll also make it a flex box, vertical, and then I think it's 40 divided by 16 rem. Also aligned to the left to give it the spacing, but it looks a bit much. So let me just make it 2 rem. So I'll now the contactors item right. I'll then add an image into it. Okay, so I would then download this image. What? It's 1.5. Okay. I'll then go here, choose image. I'll upload. It's here. Sorry. Okay, so just give me a minute. Let me see what I can try here. Let me make this padding section small. Okay. My boss is like, I'll need the help here too because of how this one is.
Okay. Great.
I don't know if absolute will work here.
Yeah.
Because this has to always, meet the bottom of this section. This has to meet the bottom of this section because of the way the image is placed.
Yeah. So you see, now these are the little things, the little um layouts you need to look at. That's why I say if you're looking at a design, you have to like not just look at it. You have to study every section and play it out in your head. What do I do here? What do I do here? There are some layouts you would see. You may not have the solution immediately, but you know it's possible. Just say, okay, yeah, it's possible. So yeah, things like this very important. So yeah, we'll most likely follow through the same step. So step one, now, because before you do this, you want to ask yourself, this image should clip to the section contact us. So obviously, you are making section contact us relative because you want the image to clip to the section contact us. So we make it relative. Why are we making it relative? You make it relative because when you now say contact us image wrapper, we want you to be absolute. What's going to happen is it is going to look for the next available element that is set to relative. So it will now start working in the confine of that thing that is relative. That is how it works. Exactly. So you can now use those nodes, those points, those pointers. No, use down, use the one below. There's
The one on the image itself.
no, yeah, you are working on the div block, not the image. Leave the image alone. Now we are on position absolute.
Yes.
I want you to click down. They have different types, different places. Bottom right, you can use that.
Okay.
Yes, you can use that. Now, from the node, click on the image itself and try to make the image smaller. Maybe it's too big. See, there's a node there. Try to drag it a little bit. It's
Pretty hard.
there's how you focus your mouse and it will show. But oh well, that's not really a problem. But yeah, that's not really a problem. If it doesn't work, just don't worry. So yeah, I think it is now clipped to the edge, right?
Yes, it is.
Preview, let's see. So yep, that is it. That is
Okay,
it.
so if I can pick on the node, I can then increase it. So
Yeah, you
get
can increase it. Now go and study. Now, this your layouts that you have here is not exactly how it is. This ready to save the earth. It is broken down. There is a break on the design. It's not entirely straightforward. So you see, go to the design. Let's see. Design has while, so it is broken at while. So you go back and you set in the div block. Maybe give it a width that breaks up in while. Maybe set it to maybe 50. No, the width. Maybe 45 or thereabout. Okay, try to preview. Why is it like this?
I've also, when I start, since we've been learning also, I've been seeing that when it's here and when I preview, there's usually some form of difference.
Did you use what are you using? Okay, why that is, click on your screen size, the pixel 992. Try inputting like 1440 or
Okay.
1300, or maybe put 1300 inside.
Okay.
Yeah, enter. Okay, good. So this is how it's supposed to be. While is correct here, but click on your preview. I wonder why that is acting weird on preview. It is acting weird. Now publish it.
I've experienced this thing. I've experienced it almost every time.
Okay, why that is because try publishing it. Let's see it's on the published link.
Okay.
Then I have another.
Usually when I put it maybe like a width of 40%, then acts normal when I preview.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, it does that.
Okay, open the published link. Click on the arrow there.
Okay.
Okay, scroll down.
So it's how it is in the preview. Is that
Okay,
what
yeah.
you said?
Okay, Emeka.
Yeah, I think one of the problem is setting the width with percentage. So that means when you are on a very big screen, the percentage will be different.
Yes, another
So
angle.
like if you check on the design, they have like a width.
Yes,
So
you
what I normally do is to give it like a maximum width of what is in the design. So
yes,
it won't exceed
that
the
because
that
percentage is not entirely
yeah
defined.
the view yeah the
Defined.
viewport
Yeah, so it's
it
working.
will take percentage of it.
Yeah, exactly. So go to the design and let's see the width of that particular section. So it's around 460. So you go and do maximum width 460 divided by 16 rem. So it stays in rem.
Okay, should I take off this 40%?
Yeah, just type, take it out and maybe on maximum width, just put 460 divided by 16 rem. Good. So if you preview it now, it's perfect. You see?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's basically a theory for that.
Okay. Okay.
So yep,
Nice job.
that
About the button actually have an icon.
yeah, the button now you can always do that. You cannot use Webflow's button to um to create when you see a button that is customized on Figma, you cannot use Webflow's native button for that. You have to create it like I did previously. You have to like create it using a deep block and set it to whatever. Or you can go and copy the client first, the style guides button that is there, that was then just style it because that one is already created using a div block and they set the div block to a link. But native Webflow button cannot do that. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. I think okay, so while coming up with this testimonial part,
Mhm.
I was also finding out that automatically this text changes its height and width itself.
Which text?
Sorry, this image, this
Uh-huh.
testimonial user image that I put here, I
Uh-huh.
found out that from time to time, it could, so it's big now,
Yeah.
and then it could just be here for like 20 seconds and then it gets smaller. So I
Okay.
think if I've done something.
Okay, go back to your this thing. I think the problem is coming from the fact that click on the image. Okay. Scroll up. No, on the CSS.
Okay.
Yeah. The CSS, the styling. No, not the nav, the right hand side. The styling.
Okay.
Yeah. Scroll up. No, go to the top. No, go to the top. Okay, is it the top? Okay, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
top. Now you want to click on the div block that houses the image. Now you want to set the sizing to, see that sizing, no, not width. There is a flex child sizing. Put it at the last one that says don't shrink or grow. Click. Okay. Now scroll up on the image, that the very big image. Scroll. There should be click on the image and scroll. Yeah, click on the image. Scroll, keep going down. There should be a node. Try dragging. Oops, I don't think there'll be a node on this because it has a width. Take away the width of 100%.
Okay.
Okay, now from the node, no, forget about the maximum width. There's a node there. Make it small to how you want to make it. Keep making it small. Keep going. Keep going. Maybe 150 or thereabout. Okay. Okay, good. Now you can try that now. You can preview. I don't think that would happen anymore at this point.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think that will happen. So yeah, these are the little nitty-gritties you want to, but with time you can. Okay, Bolaji.
So I just want to say something concerning relative and absolute.
Okay.
Okay.
I think what really helped me concerning those two guys is that whenever I want to position anything, I will see that okay, the absolute is a lost part of the member, like a member that lost, a member of the family that lost. So it's not looking for the relative. So
Yep.
I will not position the like say for instance here now the section, I position it to relative. Then once it has a relative, the lost part of the member, like a member that lost, will actually attach itself to the very close relative, so that it just gave me the instance of okay, there's a relative, there's a lost
Yes.
someone that lost in the family. So that's how I get those parts. It
That's
has been working
that's
for me.
that's a very beautiful analogy there. That's a very beautiful analogy, That's a very, very solid one. So it just makes you understand the you know the theory or the psychology behind it. You know, you have there's a lost brother, and that brother is looking for his or her relative.
Mhm.
You just go and set the section that you want it to be relative. You say, okay, this relative, oh yeah, oh, your brother is coming to find you. You have to be known that you have to know that you are the relative. So you set whatever to relative. Now, if you set it to relative, that lost brother will now, it's like a magnet. It will now, you know, confine itself to that relative. So whatever is set to relative is now what that lost, section would follow. So yeah, that's a very good analogy there. So yep. Nice one, Apology. So if anyone is still having issues with the whole absolute thing and all of that, you can.
Um, I have a question though. So
All right.
while designing, because I'm more comfortable with Flexbox, are
Okay.
there times that you can't use Flexbox in particular situations and it has to be a grid?
I think there are times, so I'm not gonna lie you.
Um,
I'm a big fan of Flexbox, but there are Michael. I think Michael can do justice to this.
okay.
Yes, actually, me, I'm a big fan of grid.
I noticed some of the
As
videos.
in, I love the flexibility that comes with grid. Trust
Yeah.
me. I think one of the challenge people have with grid is, when you're using, let's say, quick stack, for instance, that comes with inner div block that you can use to style. So take grid as, Microsoft Excel, good. Microsoft Excel is the perfect or the closest I can use to explain grid. We have some imaginary grid lines in Microsoft Excel. And if you have tried to print in Microsoft Excel before, if you press Ctrl P, you won't see those lines there, except you apply borders. I don't know if anybody is very familiar with Microsoft Excel here. So if you try to print in Microsoft Excel, you won't see those lines except if you have applied borders. Those lines that you are seeing in Microsoft Excel, they are just imaginary grid lines forming cells. So we have column and we have rows. The columns are the vertical one, then the rows are the horizontal one. So how grid works is, let's say can I share my screen? Do I
So,
have that permission?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, so let me just quickly show something. Because grid is actually, I don't know, although there are times you might, of course, you will be just
I
forced to
feel
use.
if you are doing plenty layouts, kind of grid is the best thing to use. Layout
Yes,
is
yeah.
much. Flexbox is just if you have 2 or 3, 4, 5 things or 6. But if you want to, if not, the easy way to go, if the things are, if the layout or the items or the whatever is much or more, use grid for your mental health. I won't even lie.
so sorry, I would like to see maybe in the course of before we finish, this our whole learning with you guys. If a time can come where we can take advanced grids. Also, I know that for Flexbox too, there are some learnings that also has to be done with wrap and the likes and
Yeah.
the Flex Child.
Yeah.
I tried learning it at some point and it was a bit very scattered. So
Okay.
yeah, at
What
some
you
point.
can do you can get a website or a layout that that has plenty items grid wise or that kind, that kind of vibe. If you can get that, then I think we can use that to learn. Since you can just check maybe Figma community, just something that involves complex items or grid or layout or something like that. Is that something that you can do?
Sure, I have plenty.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. So if you can get that, paste it on the WhatsApp group, and we can see how we can work with that to explain grid and the likes.
Okay.
Okay, Michael, you can go ahead.
All right, let me just create a div block for the main wrapper. So this is one of the test page I created. So we should have our main wrapper. All right, now Webflow has different components that you can actually use to box whatever it is you are boxing, because we all know that most web design is just the box model. By the time you check, you can see box, 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 box. Now we have quick stack. There's vflex, hflex, div block, and of course we have grid and column. Now this columns is even the one that I will advise anybody not to even go to, because it
worst of
is
them.
very, very complicated. I started using columns and I was like, oh God, what is it? Before I could figure out grid.
Never use columns, never.
So,
That's culture.
like David has said, most times it is when you have like a very large layout. Let's say you are doing something like maybe a blog section or maybe like a real estate property listing, and that page where we have each of those in a card. Maybe you have about 20, 50, 70 items. From there, it is advisable that you use grid, because grid automatically comes with those lines that is going to give section to whatever it is you're building. Now, I'm going to explain something briefly. I'm going to drag in a grid. So please pardon my class naming for this particular training, because I just want to make this quick.
Okay.
Now, if you drag in a grid, this is actually what you are going to see in Webflow. Here we have 2 rows and 2 columns. You can delete, you can add, and you can also stretch each of those edges to fit in whatever you want to do. Now, take note that you know that when you're doing something and you're trying to, let's say you create an empty div block and you want to have left and right, you need to just create a div block to house left, you need to create a div block to house right. Now, looking at this, you might think, oh, I already have 4 div blocks that can house what I need to do. It is a lie, you do not. So now I'm going to click done just for us to get started. Now you can still see the imaginary grid lines that is showing that I have 4 cells. Now I want to start with text. I'll create an empty text block and I'll just type this, let's say man. Then the next one, I'm going to use an heading text. So I will use H1 text and give this girl. Now, originally, what I want is I want this man and girl to be in the same div block. But trust me, if you keep typing or adding new things, let's say I want to add a paragraph, it will come to the next grid. If you try to add any item again, it will keep creating extra grid for you. It will keep creating extra cells within a grid for you. So what you need to do is, when you look at your grid, let me click on edit grid. You need to create a div block to house each of the items you are creating. That means there are 4 columns here, there are 4 cells here. That means if I want to have, let's say, 4 items, I need to create a 4 div block that is going to house everything. But if there are repetitive elements, I can just create 1 div block and give them the same class name. I don't know if that is clear. Hello, is everybody still here?
Are you guys here?
Yes, we are here. It's getting clearer. I'm following.
Yeah.
You are trying to process it, Abby?
Yeah. I don't have hard time processing it. I'm getting it.
All right. So like I said, now it looks like there are 4 div blocks here. Let me just use div block. But originally, you just have empty spaces. These are just imaginary grid lines that are just guiding whatever it is you're doing. So the reason why I said I prefer grid is because I know that I have 4 empty spaces. Then I need to create a div block to house each of the spaces for me to do what I need to do. So to get started, I'm actually going to click on this man, then I'll wrap it in a div block. Now I'll drag this heading inside it, and I'll drag this paragraph inside it also. Then let's go back to our grid, edit grid. As you can see, now we have one of the cell is occupied. So in a situation where you need to create a div block that is going to be left side and the right side, you can just come to this part to delete one row. It will delete the entire row. Then we have left and right. If you're talking about the gap in between, you can come here to specify your gap. Now, cases where, okay, I need to fill this item also, you don't just start typing your text, your heading, and your paragraph. If there are repetitive items, like I said, you can duplicate, and we have two grid. If you're going to have three, you can duplicate, we have three. Duplicate, we have four. Now, if you notice, I did not even give my div block a specific size. They are just going in form with the imaginary grid lines. Now, grid also works well for me when I'm doing responsive design, because if I come to, let's say, the tablet and I see that, oh, this thing, I don't like how it's stretched, I need to have it in one column. I just need to come to my edit grid, then I delete one column. Every other thing will adjust by itself. So,
Perfect.
like you said, maybe we need a grid master class, or maybe one of my lessons I'll actually touchlight it. I'll look for a very complex, or if anybody have a very complex design that we can probably achieve with grid, you can drop it in the group, and of course we analyze it if Flexbox is better or grid. I think somebody wants to say something.
No, it's Bolaji saying is if he's a Flexbox guy. Flexbox is good, oh, always like very good, but I recommend grid when the layout is plenty or complex. It just saves you, because why so? When you start, it's easier to you know
Manage.
it's easier to make it's easier to make a grid mobile responsive, very easy, just 2-3 clicks. It is super responsive across every other screen. But there is this little frustrating thing that Flexbox can do to you. If the layout is cumbersome, trust me, you will feel it. Don't worry, maybe now I'm saying it, it just sound like a joke, until you have a project at hand and you use Flexbox. When you want to do that mobile responsive thing, you will see what I'm talking about. But with grid, just like this, like it's just straight down, everything is just clear. But time will tell. Time will tell. So yeah, Michael, you can go ahead. Is Michael still here?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, I'm here. All right. So, oh, sorry, where was I? Okay, yeah, back to this. So, like I said, to make it responsive, I just need to delete one column, and of course, I have my responsive column. And another, so now, aside from grid, there is one other element called quick stack. Now, quick stack is like a senior brother to grid. But the difference is, the reason why I said senior brother is because you notice when I was explaining grid, I said there is no div block that will house your elements that is going to serve as a parent. You need to create that div block before you attach your element. Unlike quick stack automatically comes with a cell, because in a graph where you have column and row, that box in between a column and a row is called cell, just like we have in Microsoft Excel. So yeah, as you can see, we automatically have a cell, which is actually going to house my content. So yeah, if I'm trying to put content inside this element, for instance, let me click on this cell and write my texts. So I can type the girl, this is going to be the man. Then inside that cell again, I type my H2 or H1. So this is now going to be, let's say, boy. Then I type my paragraph. Now, as you can see my quick stack, I still have my empty div block here. Unlike the grid whereby I need to actually wrap a div block around it. So of course, you might probably not even get to use some of these elements, but a lot of all these elements are there. You need to see just like my Oga said, when you study your design, then you sit back, which method is best to actually achieve this? Before now, sometimes when I'm asked to create an element, I try to probably bring layers upon layers upon layers in Webflow. Then I realize I can actually just combine these images as PNG and export. I can combine these icons as SVG and export. So you just need to look for a very like logical way that makes your work easier without destroying the design. So we don't have the dev and design issue like we've always been having. So I think that just sums it up for now because I don't want to eat in much. Maybe we'll take this in some of our classes if time permits us. So I think that'll be all for now. David,
All
I
right.
think I was any question before I stop talking.
No question from my side.
All right.
So
Sorry, just a question regarding responsiveness. David, there's this simulator you use to show your responsiveness on the mobile screen. Please, what exactly is it?
it was shown to me by my Oga at the top. It's called mobile.
So this is it. So it's called Mobile First.
Okay.
Yes. So what it does is when you install it as an extension, either on Chrome or Firefox, when you're
Okay.
using it on Chrome, for instance, you would have more interface. So if you turn it on, then you
Yeah.
can select a device. This is what you're seeing on Firefox. You can check the iPad, but for Chrome, it has more device
Okay.
style that you can definitely pick from. Yeah,
So it's a
mobile.
Chrome extension.
Yeah,
It's available for Chrome and Firefox.
Okay. Thank you.
yeah. Just install the extension and it will always pop up. Or if you right click on any page, you will see down view for maybe you'll see something like activate the mobile view on this page, and you just click it, and that's it. Mobile First, yeah, that's the name. Mobile First extension for Chrome. Something. No, it's free on 100% free. 100% free. So
David, can I just share my screen so they can see it?
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, please. I need to. So I need to go to Webflow on District. Okay. Yeah, Balaji, you want to say something?
Yeah, I have a question. The
Okay.
question is pertaining to a project that I'm about to work on. I'm starting tomorrow. The client actually bought a template. So I want to ask David and Michael that if a client should get the template for you and the client actually like the template and the client hired you as the Webflow developer to work on it, what's the best way to tackle that kind of project? How do you start it and how? That's my question.
All right, that's a solid question. For templates, you work with the template. Now it depends on because templates can be tricky. Trust me, template stuff can be tricky. If the client knows what he wants and the the description or your role in styling the templates, are you just are you just converting the template to are you customizing the template to suit what they have? Like, you have to know what is it you're supposed to do with this template. Are you ever going to add a new page? Would they require you to add a new page? So these are the things you have to ask questions. You have to be able to know your job description as regards to that template. Because templates can be tricky because the style that was, oh, I can hear myself, Michael. The style, Abi, visible the style that was used to build templates might be different from what you are used to. Might be different from what you are used to. You know, the structure and all of that. So you need to just pray it some because sometimes it gets very tricky because of the layouts. sometimes as you are editing content, the layout will change because the amount of content that you are putting in is not exactly how it was before. So obviously the layout will change, or maybe the content you are using now is too much, and the website or the template is meant for just 2 lines of paragraph, 2 lines, and now you are putting like 6 lines. So you see, all of these things are what you have to consider. So you have to know your job description. You have to know what it is you want to do for these people and stick with that. Are you adding a new page? Are you ever doing anything aside from just the confine of the templates? So you see, so these are the questions you have to ask. And if you can ask those questions, then you know, then you can always, for me, at my level, I think I can work with any template. I can edit, I can tweak, I can, customize, I can add new pages. But yeah, so that's it. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Michael, you can go ahead if you have any other thing.
You've actually said everything. What I really want to say is maybe, for instance, some clients might come with like a live website and just give you as a link, like, okay, this is the template I want to follow. So that way, um, if the design is ready, maybe let me ask, do you have a Figma file for the template, or it's a live website template?
It's a live website template and it's built by Relume Live components.
Oh, okay. So since it's Realm component, that makes the job easier. Dave has said everything. What you can just do is try to check if you can actually find the clonable that is closer to that template. So if you can get a clonable, just clone and edit instead of just starting entirely from afresh. What do you think, David?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, you should do that. You should do that. So just ask the right question and just trust. But then it depends on the client again, most times, man. Some clients can be a pain. Some clients can be a pain, and you just pray it's client that will not stress you, because I'd rather do a fresh job for a client sometimes than doing templated stuff, in my opinion, Sha. I think I've done that
All right.
template before and it was crazy. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I wanted to show you guys about the extension. So this is what it looks like. This is the icon, this blue and white in my extension tab here. And so if I click on it, then this is what this website is looking like on mobile version. Yeah, I can of course swipe to the left. Then I can come to this new and then click on the device. Some devices are paid, but you can still see a lot of devices for free. For instance, I can check for iPad just to see what it looks like on iPad. This is it. So then of course iPhone 11, iPhone 12, literally. But this is what it looks. This is what the logo looks like. This blue and white. This blue and white. That's what you're looking for. So I really hope that helps. This is it. Mobile simulator responsive tool. So let me just screenshot this. I'll screenshot this and drop it in the group.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that'll be all for my end. Dave, please, I have a meeting in the
All
next
right.
2-3 minutes. I will
All right.
just
All right.
excuse.
All right. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Thank you, guys. Take care, everybody. We'll meet in the next class.
Yeah, we will do that. Thank you. Basically, I think we have done quite a lot today, and thankfully, Ola Tola, how are you? What's up? How are you? 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 Let's hear from you.
Hi, Dave. I'm very fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm doing well. So we were able to cover some things. Ola, Ekene did a hero section still on the design, but the different hero section style that we had. And we also had Abayomi do something. So I don't know if you were here earlier, I would have asked you to do. Are you confident to like build like a section in Webflow following?
Uh, no, yet. So I have a lot of catching up to do. Work has been very crazy, right? I think last 2 or 3 classes I missed. I need to really catch up on the videos and just I just need to catch up. I think this weekend I'll just dedicate it to doing that.
Oh man, you should trust me. You should. You really
Yeah.
should. You really, 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 really should catch up, because if you do that, you just automatically you would be at the level that we're all at, and there's no rush, no pressure. Just go at your pace. Just watch at your pace, and you know everybody has different learning brain, I would say. Like I always say, it can take this person 3 months, it can take another person 6 months, another person 2 weeks, another person 1 year. But the good thing is everybody would definitely be, just as long as you are being intentional and you want to learn this thing, because the why is very important. Why do you want to? Because 2024 is just behind and just in front. And even though there's no pressure, just at least to be ready for 2024 in a way, because 2024, lots of more opportunities in the no code space and all of that. So you want to be at least ready to a point. So yeah, if you can do that and just still practice more and more and more and more, I think that would be a good way to start. All right.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll definitely do that this weekend.
Yeah.
It's been
Great.
quite crazy. Yeah.
Great. Oluwafemi, how are you?
I'm good, Dave. I'm good.
Yeah.
Still catching up on the videos, on video 3 now. So hopefully we'll make up over the weekend. But yeah, nice and good so far.
Okay, great. That's amazing. That's really, really amazing. That's really good to know. That's really, really good to know. So, like I always say again, just make sure you at least finish, because now that's why for me I prefer to be in class regardless, because going back and trying to watch a 1 hour or 2 hours video sometimes can be overwhelming, given how there are lots of things now going on, lots of distraction. That is why, if it were before, plenty years ago, it's easier to like consume 3 hours worth of video, at a stretch, like just at a sitting. But right now, it's kind of hard, even 30 minutes worth of video. That is why, if you notice, it is just what it is. Everybody's in a rush. Everybody's in a rush. That is why all of this platform, TikTok, even YouTube and Instagram, went and created shorts. Now that shorts now is also now making us, is still also affecting, is part of the problem that we are facing. Now there are shorts everywhere. So if you see a video of 10 minutes, you're like, nah, 20 minutes. Now talk more of 1 hour or 2 hours. Because our focus, our focus time has been cut short by over 80%. This world that we are in right now, it's affecting everybody, even myself. I would rather watch a video of 8 minutes at speed 2x or 2.5x. Just be talking fast and be going. Don't waste any time. I do that a lot, and it doesn't make sense. Why can't you just enjoy 2 minutes and watch this video? Do you have to put it on fast forward? 2x, not even 1.5x. That bad, So it's something that I'm trying to work on. Watching a video, I have lots of resources too I need to consume. I'm still also learning other kind of tools. And right now, my focus span is really messed up because, bro. But yeah, but if I really want to do it, I'll do it regardless of any excuse, regardless of whatever excuse I have. I'll watch it and I'll watch it again. So I think we should also have that mindset, giving the why. Why do you want to? Is it worth it? Is it what something you really want to do? If it's something you want to do, or more, damn every excuse, you just do it. You create out time. You say, almost these 3 hours, we die here, and you consume it and you learn it, and after much, you pat yourself on the back and be like, yeah, you did well. So yes, so I did, it's just what it is. Where the bulk of the work is now is for we to like go back and deal with this thing and say, oh, we must sabi you. So this is like the foundational thing, foundational everything is this. This is how I would approach a project. So yeah, I think for today, we've done well for today, and it's almost 9. So tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow we'll still meet again. So Abayomi, if you can get us that layout, that I don't know, did you post it on the group already?
Yes, I did. I did.
Oh,
It's on the group already.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. So let me
David checking. It's a lot.
I beg you.
Like it actually makes sense. Layout actually makes sense.
For grid and flex box. Nice concept. Which of them is it? The first one? Tolaji, which of them are we looking at? Okay, the
The
one.
one I sent, the
The
second.
one that Yomi dropped. We are looking at the one Yomi dropped. I mean, I just
Yeah.
dropped that one too in
All
case.
right, cool. Let me share my screen and let's look into it a bit. Let's look into it a bit. Copy it. So yep, this is it. All right. So where am I looking at? I'm looking at the homepage, yeah.
Yes. So different layouts. I just brought the ones that have different layouts.
All right. This is not bad. So, like for instance, something like this now. There is this one, there is another one, there's another one. Now for this, the way I will approach this is simple. First things first, either I use grid and solve this problem once and for all, or I use flexbox first part, and this part is second part. So these two are flexbox horizontally, 1 and 2. Inside of this first one, we would have another flexbox inside, vertical, 1, this image, and these two right up. You see? That's by the way. Now to the right hand side, inside of this right hand side, I'm going to now have a grid. I can say, okay, I want to have a grid. Okay, we'll just do strictly grid. Don't worry. Let's not talk about flexbox. This second one, I will now deal with it using a grid. Grid 1, grid 2, grid 3. Here, because grid can be very tricky. If you place an item here in a grid, let's say we have 2 by 2 grid. An item is on the first one, another item is on the second one. Something has to be here before here will accept an element. So what do we do for here to be empty? It's something we'll talk about. Here because normally if you want to manipulate grid, it will tell you any element you put after this one, it will stay here by force. So what do we now do to get here empty? So this is what we'll talk about maybe tomorrow. So we have that. I like this design. It's very sleek. I like it. So yeah, that is that. Even here to go. So you see layer. Imagine having a project like this and you're seeing layouts like this. Almost you'll start screaming. So this is another project you guys can. In fact, I think if we finish with the whole grid talk, we would need to have a solid. Maybe we can just take on something like this as a project, because there's obviously going to be a project for you guys to go and do and solve. There's going to be a project, a very clean landing page that will have blog, will have grid kind of layout, will have virtually everything that we've talked about, so that you can be able to understand layouts and understand, because the goal, 60% of this whole design thing of Webflow is layouts. If you can manipulate layouts, get different kinds of layouts, how to build it out in Webflow, trust me, you have solved, let's say 40%, let's say 55% of your problem. Then if you can now start dealing with functionalities, trust me, you've solved a huge chunk again you've solved another 20%, that's like 60 to 70%. Then the last one is responsiveness. If you can now deal with responsiveness, you have gone now. Responsiveness is even very easy, because if you use the right structure, you are a god already. So yeah, see layouts like this, all these weird layouts that is like this. You see, as it's maybe worrisome, even for myself. It may crack. I may need to crack my head, a little, because we are looking very small image here. We are looking this and all of that. So this is a layout that we just use grid. So yeah, I think we would have to look at this from tomorrow, because we are practically done with this guy. we are done with this guy. We are done with this guy. Or tomorrow, okay. No, we are not done, Sha. Maybe on Saturday, Michael will still take you guys on the functionality for this blog because there are some things he still needs to talk about. He said so. So yeah, maybe on Saturday he will just finish up with functionalities and stuff. So yeah. But then hopefully by tomorrow is Friday. Let's please be available tomorrow. We would see how we can talk about grid. We will deep dive into grid and break it down pieces by pieces. So yeah. Yasmin, are you still here? How are you?
Yes, I am.
So far, what's up? How are you seeing everything? Hope it's not magic that's happening here.
Not too much magic, but I'll definitely catch up. I'll catch up.
All right. I trust you now. So Oluwafemi, you'd obviously catch up as well. Olatola, you too, the same thing, please.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Abayomi, you did a great job. Kene Smart. Emeka, you're already a boss, so there's no point. But yeah.
No, I'm still a student. I'm still learning.
All right, now it's all good, Jare. I'm proud of you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m., same time. So I will try to ask Michael to send me yesterday's class so that I can upload it for you guys, and also today's own too as well. I'll see how I can get that out and put it in on YouTube. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for your time. Ciao. Bye.
Thanks a lot. Thanks
All
a
right.
lot, boss.
All right. No
Thanks for your time, David.
All right. See you all later.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Ciao. You can't end this video call. Okay.